AITA for taking my little brother's car without his permission and telling him he can walk to work. My 30th brother 18M got a used car from mom about 4 months ago. 2 days ago, he told us that the check engine light in his car turned on, and he found some cables hanging from the bottom of his car. Mom told him that he is not to use his car until he takes it to the mechanics. So I let him use my car the next day for his work. It's important to note though, that I've never had a serious problem with my car in the 7 years I've owned it. At 2 a.m. I get a text from him saying my car stopped working and that he's stuck in a Wendy's. I called him, checked that he was okay, got the address of where he was and picked him up in mom's car. We leave my car to deal with it in the morning, and go home. My mom has a friend that owns a tow truck, so she asks him if he could take my car to the mechanic, and he agreed. She tells me that since we're going to the mechanic, we might as well take my brother's car because he'll wait until the car stops working to take it in. The mechanic is a little over a mile away from the house, so an easy walk, and they call at 2 p.m. to say the cars are ready. I see my brother in the kitchen and tell him that I took his car to the mechanic in the morning, and he explodes before I can finish. He starts yelling that he needs a form of transportation. He has work at 3 today. He was going to take the car next week. I say his car is ready to be picked up. He yells that he's already late and can't pick it up. I tell him to calm down, and he's berating me so much that I remind him his work is less than a 15-minute walk. If he's so late, he better start walking. I told him if he took care of his car like he said he would, none of this would have happened. I'm so frustrated at this point. He just needs to wait for me to get his car, and I could get mine later. He's walked to work before. I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I'm so done with him. I walked away. I go out the door at around 2:10ish and he yells at me that his girlfriend is going to give him a ride. I walk and pick up my car in about 20 minutes just to spite him. On the way back, I feel guilty and call him to offer a ride if he needs it. I even offer drop off his car while he's at work. He says no to the ride, but yes, to the car being dropped off. But I do have to wait until he has a moment get his keys. He didn't want me to walk in to give him his keys. He wanted me to wait around for him. I tell him nope. Changed my mind, I'll pick him up when he's out. He says no, you're going to drop off my car. I say no, I'm going to pick him up when he's out. He again says no, that's not going to happen, and insists that I drop off his car, wait for him to get his keys, and he hangs up before I can say anything else. I, of course, do none of that and pick him up when he's out. I told mom what happened, and she agreed with me that we did him a favor. He didn't even have to walk, but AITA for taking my little brother's car without his permission and telling him he can walk to work.